Wolverine first appeared in The Incredible Hulk issue 180 in 1974 as a government agent from Canada sent to confront the Hulk, a powerful green giant with immense strength and durability. At this stage, he wore gloves with built-in claws, showed a fierce temper, and had no defined past or mutant abilities. The sharp weapons were part of the gloves, his self-healing was barely noted, and his name Logan was not revealed. He had no link to the X-Men or any larger story. In 1975, he joined the team, appearing in Giant Size X-Men issue 1, which was created to expand the group with international members. Over time, his traits deepened. The unbreakable adamantium skeleton, rapid regeneration, enhanced senses, and animal-like instincts were added. His history with the Covert Weapon X program, which forcibly bonded metal to his bones, introduced lasting trauma and mystery. Early planning at Marvel included the possibility of removing him, but increasing reader demand kept him in the spotlight. He gained a solo series, and many past details were rewritten to add tragedy and hidden layers. Gradually, he shifted from a supporting fighter to a central figure, appearing across comics, animated series, games, and merchandise as one of Marvel's most recognizable heroes, known for relentless combat skill, inner conflict, and a solitary nature. Venom began as a new outfit for Spider-Man in 1984's Secret Wars issue 8, where the hero returned from an alien world wearing a black suit that could shift shape and generate its own webbing. At first, it appeared to be advanced alien technology enhancing his abilities. Soon, the costume revealed itself as a sentient alien symbiote that bonded with Peter Parker, influencing his thoughts and driving aggressive behavior. Peter eventually freed himself by using the sound of church bells to weaken it, leaving the creature enraged and abandoned. The symbiote later merged with Eddie Brock, a reporter who blamed Spider-Man for the loss of his career and carried deep resentment toward the hero. Their shared hatred formed Venom, a towering figure with a monstrous mouth, razor fangs, and a muscular build who possessed Spider-Man's speed, strength, wall-crawling skill, and organic web generation while free of Peter's moral restraint. Venom's full debut came in The Amazing Spider-Man issue 300 in 1988, where he became one of the hero's most dangerous enemies. Venom soon evolved from a straightforward villain into an anti-hero. Stories such as Lethal Protector portrayed him as a violent defender of the innocent. His legacy expanded into an entire symbiote mythos, introducing offspring and related entities, including Carnage, a chaotic killer, Toxin, a powerful spawn of Carnage, Sleeper, a stealth-oriented descendant, and Null, an ancient cosmic god who created the symbiotes. Over time, Venom gained solo titles, multiple adaptations in animation and video games, and major live-action films, cementing his status as one of Marvel's most popular and enduring characters. Deadpool first appeared in 1991 within New Mutants issue 98 as a hired assassin sent to eliminate Cable, a time-traveling soldier with telekinetic and telepathic abilities. He was introduced as Wade Wilson, a mercenary with advanced regenerative healing, expert martial arts training, and a vast collection of firearms and bladed weapons. His early portrayal focused on efficient combat and dark humor while working as a contract killer. Although intended as a short-term foe, reader interest kept him active in Marvel stories. Later comics expanded his personality into unpredictable territory. Writers emphasized severe psychological instability, erratic behavior, and a constant stream of jokes. He began breaking the fourth wall, speaking directly to audiences, mocking other characters, and commenting on his own adventures, creating a unique blend of comedy and violence. Deadpool gained numerous solo series and frequent guest roles across major Marvel titles, forming uneasy alliances or clashing with groups such as the X-Men and Avengers. His popularity led to animated projects, video games, and major live-action films. The 2016 Deadpool movie, followed by sequels and appearances in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, established him as a leading figure known for relentless combat skills, self-aware humor, and chaotic storytelling that defies typical superhero patterns. Gwenpool originated in 2015 when Marvel released a series of alternate covers imagining Gwen Stacy merged with other heroes, including one where she wore Deadpool's costume. The illustration was only a playful design and had no planned story, but growing fan interest led to her inclusion in a short feature within a Howard the Duck comic, and later a holiday special. Strong reader response earned her an ongoing series titled The Unbelievable Gwenpool. Within that series, her identity was revealed as Gwendolyn Poole, a comic book enthusiast from another reality who found herself inside the Marvel Universe. She possessed knowledge of every hero's identity and history, allowing her to anticipate events and exploit weaknesses. Gwen broke the fourth wall frequently, addressed readers, and treated battles like entertainment because she understood that her surroundings followed comic rules. Her abilities relied on manipulating the structure of stories. By recognizing panel layouts and narrative conventions, she could step outside frames, reshape plots, and alter outcomes. Over more than 2 years of publication, she became a distinctive character who blended humor with self-awareness, later appearing in team adventures, digital games, and alternate timelines across Marvel's multiverse. Rocket Raccoon debuted in Marvel Preview issue 7 in 1976 as an armed, intelligent raccoon with expert marksmanship and a sharp tongue. He originated on Half-World, a distant planet that served as a mental health colony where genetically engineered animals and robotic caretakers maintained the population. His early stories existed apart from the larger Marvel setting, featuring surreal adventures with other uplifted creatures. After a brief appearance in The Incredible Hulk issue 271 in 1982, reader interest remained low, and the character was set aside for many years. In 2007, the cosmic event Annihilation Conquest reintroduced Rocket, presenting him as a cunning strategist and skilled pilot with a talent for heavy weaponry and sarcastic humor. He joined the newly formed Guardians of the Galaxy, a team including Star-Lord, Gamora, Drax, and Groot, where his unpredictable tactics and fierce loyalty became essential to their missions. Rocket quickly grew into a key figure across Marvel's cosmic stories. He starred in ongoing comics, contributed to major interstellar conflicts, and appeared in animated series and video games. By 2014, he became widely known as part of the Guardians film lineup, recognized for daring combat skills, inventive engineering, and relentless wit, transforming from a little-used character into one of Marvel's most prominent space heroes. Dazzler first appeared in the Uncanny X-Men issue 130 in 1980 as Allison Blair, a singer and mutant with the power to convert sound vibrations into concentrated light beams, flashes, and dazzling displays. She initially performed as a disco star who balanced public fame with secret hero work. Her debut coincided with the Dark Phoenix saga, immediately placing her alongside major X-Men characters. Marvel soon launched her solo series, beginning with Dazzler issue 1 in 1981, which sold hundreds of thousands of copies despite the collapse of plans for a related music release and film project. The comics explored her struggle to maintain both a stage career and a life as a superpowered mutant, pitting her against unusual enemies and taking her into unexpected situations. From nightclub confrontations to cosmic encounters where she even faced Galactus, the immense world-devouring entity. Over 42 issues, her story evolved from a disco-focused beginning into broader adventures within the X-Men universe. Allison later joined teams such as the main X-Men roster, A-Force, and Excalibur, continuing to appear in various mutant storylines. Though created during the height of disco culture, she remained a recurring Marvel figure, remembered for her striking performances, versatile light-based abilities, and ongoing efforts to reconcile celebrity life with heroic duty. The Punisher first appeared in The Amazing Spider-Man issue 129 in 1974 as Frank Castle, a former Marine who waged a one-man war on crime after the murder of his family. Introduced as an assassin hired to eliminate Spider-Man, he carried a sniper rifle, wore a black outfit marked with a white skull emblem, and followed a personal code focused on permanently eliminating criminals rather than capturing them. Originally intended as a temporary adversary, Frank's uncompromising methods and military precision drew strong reader interest, leading to guest appearances and eventually a solo miniseries. By the late 1980s, he headlined multiple ongoing titles and appeared in merchandise and video games, becoming a central figure of Marvel's anti-hero trend. His tactics included advanced weaponry, strategic planning, and relentless pursuit of organized crime, making him a symbol of brutal justice. The skull insignia became widely recognized and was later adopted by some real-world groups, prompting Marvel to adjust his stories and alter the emblem to reaffirm that Frank operates outside the law and is not a hero to emulate. Despite these changes, he remains one of Marvel's most prominent and enduring characters, defined by tactical expertise, relentless vengeance, and a refusal to compromise with criminals. Squirrel Girl debuted in Marvel Superheroes issue 8 in 1991 as Doreen Green, a cheerful teenager gifted with the agility, strength, and reflexes of a squirrel, a large prehensile tail, and the ability to communicate with squirrels. Accompanied by her squirrel companion Monkey Joe, she approached Iron Man to become his partner, and unexpectedly defeated Dr. Doom by commanding a massive squirrel swarm, an officially recognized victory within Marvel continuity. After this introduction, she disappeared from publications for more than a decade because her lighthearted abilities did not fit typical superhero settings. She returned in the early 2000s through the Great Lakes Avengers, maintaining her upbeat personality and surprising combat success. Doreen repeatedly overcame powerful opponents including MODOK, Deadpool, and even Thanos, with Marvel confirming each triumph as canonical. In 2015, she received a long-running solo series titled The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, which combined comedic storytelling, inventive problem-solving, and references to computer science. Across 58 issues, she balanced college life with heroics, consistently outsmarting or befriending villains rather than relying on brute force. Doreen became known as an optimistic and nearly unbeatable hero whose clever strategies and close bond with animals set her apart within the Marvel Universe. Spider-Ham debuted in 1983 within Marvel Tales, starring Peter Porker, The Spectacular Spider-Ham Issue 1. In this comedic universe of animal parodies, Peter Porker began life as an ordinary spider until exposed to an atomic hairdryer invented by May Porker, a pig scientist. The accident transformed him into a pig with spider-like abilities, granting wall crawling, agility, and web-spinning skills. His adventures included animal versions of famous heroes and villains such as Captain America, Dr. Doom, and Hulk Bunny. The series ran for 17 issues and additional short stories, building a small following before fading from publication in the early 1990s. Peter returned during the 2010 Spider-Verse storyline, where multiple spider-themed heroes from across the multiverse joined forces. Updated with a modern costume and cartoon physics, he fought alongside Miles Morales, Gwen Stacy, and other variants, regaining a place in Marvel continuity. His popularity grew with the 2018 animated film Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which showcased his exaggerated humor and slapstick abilities, making him a recognized part of Marvel's multiverse. Howard the Duck first appeared in Adventure into Fear issue 19 in 1973, entering from another dimension during a story featuring Man-Thing. Speaking with sharp wit and constant irritation, he quickly attracted attention despite being a side character. After further appearances, including giant-size Man-Thing issue 4, he received a solo series in 1976, where he ran for President of the United States in a satirical campaign, reflecting political and social commentary of the time. Howard lived in Cleveland, smoked cigars, and often criticized the absurdities around him. Despite early success, creative disputes led to shifts in direction, and his popularity waned. In 1986, a live-action film adaptation featured Howard battling interdimensional threats, but the movie performed poorly and became known as one of Marvel's least successful adaptations. Howard continued to appear in guest roles and alternate reality tales, eventually resurfacing in modern cosmic stories and post-credit scenes within the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He remains a grumpy, sharp-tongued traveler from another world, frequently caught in bizarre adventures. Donna Troy began as a character when a misunderstanding of older Wonder Woman stories led to the assumption that Wonder Girl was a separate person rather than Diana as a child. This version appeared in The Brave and the Bold number 60 alongside Robin, Aqualad, and Kid Flash, creating a confusing continuity. DC later tried to fix the timeline. Donna became Diana's long-lost sister, then an orphan rescued by mystical beings, then a magical duplicate, and eventually the sole survivor of a destroyed building adopted by interdimensional entities. Each major story event added new complications, with writers constantly revising her background. By the time the New Titans and Infinite Crisis were published, Donna had undergone multiple origin changes, making her history difficult to track. Despite editorial disagreements, she remained a central figure, leading the Titans, dying, and returning multiple times. While most characters receive a single reboot, Donna experienced many, yet she secured her place as one of the Titans' most prominent members. Her origin remains complex and unresolved over 6 decades of storytelling. Dex-Starr began as an unplanned addition when an illustrator filled extra space in a chaotic group panel of the Red Lantern Corps during Final Crisis, Rage of the Red Lanterns, in 2008. The artist sketched a small cat with a power ring, with no backstory or abilities at the time. Editors saw the drawing and decided to expand it. The cat was named Dex-Starr and given a tragic past. He had been a blue house cat named Dex-Starr, living with an elderly woman in a neglected apartment. One night, intruders killed her while Dex-Starr watched. He was captured by animal control and dumped into a river, moments from death, when a Red Lantern ring chose him. The ring transformed him into Dex-Starr, a rage-powered Red Lantern with glowing eyes and plasma abilities. He destroyed those who harmed his owner and eventually left Earth to exact vengeance elsewhere. Dex-Starr went on to appear in Red Lanterns, Green Lantern, New Guardians, and a more child-friendly version in DC Superhero Girls. His story centers on loss, fury, and revenge, turning a casual doodle into a fully realized, fearsome character. The Joker first appeared in Batman #1 as a murderous figure with a haunting grin, originally intended to die by the story's end. The plan was a single appearance, ending with him accidentally stabbing himself. An editor intervened and added a final panel showing the Joker alive in a hospital bed. That brief change transformed his trajectory. From there, he evolved from a small-time criminal into the Clown Prince of Crime, becoming Batman's deadliest adversary. His tone shifted over the decades, campy in the 1950s, darker in the 1970s, and a terrifying presence by the 1980s, central to stories like The Killing Joke, A Death in the Family, and Arkham Asylum. The Joker continues to appear across comics, maintaining his unpredictability and menace. His original death panel remains in archives, a reminder that one editorial choice created a character with no fixed origin, limitless potential, and no rules. He grew from a single-shot villain into DC's most notorious antagonist, with countless enemies defeated and a lasting impact on readers worldwide. Zauriel emerged in 1997 when DC was relaunching JLA and needed a hero to fill a gap originally meant for Hawkman, whose history had become too convoluted to use. Instead of recycling Hawkman, a new character was created, Zauriel, a literal angel who left heaven to join the Justice League and protect humanity. He arrived fully equipped with golden wings, a flaming sword, and divine powers, making his first appearance in JLA number 6 during a fight with Asmodel, a fallen angel. His introduction provided a unique perspective, a being of absolute faith working alongside aliens, billionaires, and super-speed heroes. Originally a temporary solution for a continuity problem, Zauriel gained popularity, leading to his own limited series and appearances in JLA, Day of Judgment, and Spectre. Over time, he became a key religious figure in DC's universe, battling demons, guiding souls, and guarding heaven's gates, all born from the need to replace a character whose backstory was too tangled to reuse. Lobo was created in 1983 as a parody of the violent anti-heroes that were dominating comics at the time. He first appeared in Omega Men number 3 as an alien bounty hunter from Zarnia, dressed like a biker, behaving like a maniac, and speaking with extreme vulgarity. He rode a massive space hog, drank heavily, and carried enough weaponry to destroy planets. His first appearance went largely unnoticed, but later reappearances, including a 1990 solo miniseries, turned him into a fan favorite. Readers responded to his over-the-top violence, dark humor, and lack of moral code. Lobo became a recurring presence in comics, appearing in one-shots, crossovers, and satirical storylines. Attempts to make him a serious, disciplined assassin failed, as fans preferred the chaotic, irreverent version. Lobo's role was never intended to expand into a franchise. He was a satire of comic book excess that unexpectedly became one of DC's most popular anti-heroes, appearing across major series, animated shows, games, and merchandise. Monarch was the central villain of Armageddon 2001, a 1991 crossover built around a mystery. One hero from the present would eventually become the authoritarian masked figure, Monarch. Clues throughout the story all pointed to Captain Atom as the future villain. Before the finale was published, a leak revealed the twist, prompting editors to change the ending at the last minute. Hawk from Hawk and Dove was suddenly revealed as Monarch, despite no prior build-up or narrative justification. The sudden turn left him attacking allies while donning battle armor, shocking readers and drawing widespread criticism for the abrupt and confusing shift. To mitigate the fallout, Hawk was later rebranded as the villain Extant during Zero Hour, but the original story's impact was lost. Captain Atom's intended arc was disrupted, and the crossover's climax became widely regarded as mishandled. The alteration was a result of panic over the leak, turning what was meant to be a calculated surprise into a chaotic rewrite. Harley Quinn first appeared in 1992 on Batman the Animated Series as a minor accomplice to the Joker in the episode Joker's Favor. She had a brief role, delivering a few lines and opening a door, originally meant as a simple task for the story. Her Brooklyn accent, unpredictable behavior, and obsessive loyalty to the Joker quickly resonated with viewers, leading to repeated appearances. By the end of the series, Harley had evolved from a background henchwoman into a recurring character. She transitioned into comics with Batman Adventures number 12 in 1993 and became a permanent part of DC continuity by 1999. Harley grew into a major figure in titles like Gotham City Sirens, Suicide Squad, and her solo series. She eventually separated from the Joker, forming her own team and establishing herself as an anti-hero. Her popularity led to video games, animated spin-offs, and a high-profile live-action presence. From a single minor role, Harley became one of DC's most influential characters, moving from animation to comics without a pre-planned origin. Elongated Man, Ralph Dibny, first appeared in The Flash number 112 in 1960, wearing a purple costume and possessing the ability to stretch his body. He quickly gained popularity, received a recurring role, a wife named Sue, and eventually joined the Justice League. The issue was that DC had already acquired Plastic Man from another publisher, giving him nearly identical stretching powers. The overlap was overlooked by editors, meaning Ralph was created despite an existing character with the same abilities. To distinguish him, DC emphasized his detective skills and personality over slapstick. Ralph and Sue became crime-solving partners, with his nose twitch signaling when something was amiss. In team stories like Justice League of America and Identity Crisis, he provided emotional stability and strategic support. His legacy continued even after death through ghost appearances. Ralph Dibny exists entirely because a rights oversight allowed a duplicate power set to enter the universe. Mogo first appeared in Green Lantern number 188 in 1985 as part of a short 5-page story originally intended as a joke. The tale followed a warrior hunting a legendary lantern named Mogo across an unexplored jungle, only to reveal that Mogo was not hiding. The entire planet itself was the lantern. The concept of a sentient planet wielding a power ring captured readers' imaginations, and Mogo quickly became a recurring presence. By the 2000s, he was one of the most powerful members of the Green Lantern Corps, guiding lost rings to new recruits, training rookies, and even serving as a mobile Patrol headquarters. During Blackest Night, Mogo coordinated critical operations, and in War of the Green Lanterns, he was considered a major strategic threat. Despite lacking a face, costume, or humanoid form, Mogo became a central figure in Green Lantern lore. What began as a single gag evolved into a cornerstone character whose existence shaped the Corps' galaxy-spanning operations. The Legion of Superheroes first appeared in Adventure Comics number 247 in 1958 as a one-off story. Three teenagers from the 30th century, Cosmic Boy, Saturn Girl, and Lightning Lad, arrived to test Superboy's abilities and see if he was worthy of joining their future hero team. Originally intended as a single appearance, the Legion returned due to enthusiastic fan response. New members like Brainiac 5, Mon-El, Ultra Boy, and Shadow Lass were added, and the 30th century setting developed into a fully realized universe with maps, politics, romances, and complex timelines. The team eventually ran its own stories, with Superboy appearing only occasionally. Over time, the Legion became a major DC title, exploring galactic conflicts, telepathic plagues, and time distortions. With character rosters so large, from a single filler story, the Legion of Superheroes evolved into one of DC's most extensive and enduring superhero teams, shaping the appeal of teenage heroes long before other groups like the Teen Titans.